So hello, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelemon.com. So real quick, I'm just going to show you my website, latricelemon.com. I have a variety of different items. I have essential oil blends and all my stuff is handmade. I have mini body butters. I have cute little gentleman's package over here and it's different little packages to go. I have package 1, 2, 3 and different little other sets as well. Candles, bath bombs, all that kind of stuff. So definitely feel free to shop and definitely support me. Now we're going to get into the video. So today we're actually going to be talking about Amazon and the new news that has happened with the unionization of it. So I'm actually going to show you a video real quick and then I'm going to explain who the main guy is in there who is speaking. So for those that do not know. So let's get into the video.
We got the juggler. We went for the juggler. And we went for the top dog because we want every other industry, every other business to know that things have changed. We're going to unionize. We're not going to quit our jobs anymore. And, this is a prime example of what the power that people have when they come together. Our story, our reality is what we live in. The customers need to know that. And if they don't support that business, then they don't stand in solidarity with the workers and their customers that come from the same community. So that's just, I'm not going to call a boycott yet, but I'm going to say is this, that stand in solidarity with the workers here, stand in solidarity with workers in any community that has an Amazon facility because they affect your community. I know plenty of times Amazon set up a building and people in the community are upset because of the traffic they cause, because of the pollution they cause. There's a lot of different issues to talk about when it comes to Amazon, but I can tell you what, Amazon doesn't become Amazon without the people, and we make Amazon what it is.
So yeah, that was very interesting. So I'm actually going to read this article down here and then I got some of the little factoids that I want to share with you all. So it says Amazon workers in Staten Island, New York vote to unionize this week. The first successful U.S. organizing effort among workers of the retail giant Amazon. Warehouse workers cast 2,654 votes, about 55% in favor of the union. One of the most high-profile leaders of the effort is Christian Smalls, which we'll get into a little bit down here when I start reading that. A former Amazon employee who started the union. He was seen popping a bottle of champagne after the majority saying a majority victory, as we've seen in the video. So who is Christian Smalls? Smalls, the president of the Amazon Labor Union, began speaking out in March 2020 when he was an Amazon employee. He helped lead a walkout over safety conditions for his colleagues at the start of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Smalls was fired after the event, with Amazon claiming that the move was because he violated social distancing guidelines and attended the demonstration while he was supposed to be in quarantine. Okay, so this is actually a really big thing for Amazon in general, but honestly Staten Island in particular, about them being able to officially get unions going on. Right now, people have the negatives and the positives of unions. That's what I also said. 55% were in favor. And looking at other things, people are like, oh man, unions, that stuff is so outdated. Unions, they ain't gonna do anything. Unions, oh, that's a waste of time, right? So I'm actually gonna direct you guys to a little article that I read, but I'm gonna just show you guys the key points of it, and then I'm gonna explain it as we go along, okay? So I have this, hopefully you guys can see it. You guys should be able to see it. And it says the union difference. So when you have a union, there are different things that they can do, and it's all in the benefit of the employee. Now, this is not like some kind of, oh, we're going to abuse the big corporation, right? We're going to make it so that the big corporation, they suffer. We're going to stick it to the man. This isn't that. This is just to give employees better working condition, better benefits, etc. So we're going to get right back into that, and then I'm going to explain. So it says right here, higher wages, and it says 191 per week, dollars per week. Then there's non-union counterparts. So usually when people are in unions, for example, they can negotiate better wages, essentially, is what happens. So let's say for Amazon, I believe the starting pay is like $15 an hour. And so they will look at where are we located. We're in Staten Island, New York, okay? Everyone knows New York, LA, obviously Vegas as well, certain parts of Arizona, certain parts of Texas, certain parts of Florida. These are like the big hitters in cost. New Jersey and all that up there as well, okay? These are the big hitters in cost. They cost a lot to live here. So we're going to negotiate that, yo. We're not going to be like, okay, well, $15 where y'all live at, okay? You know, that, hey, we're giving $15, no one else is giving, when in all reality, that is not a livable wage. Let's keep that real, okay? So people are saying, okay, $15. No, we live in Staten Island, yo. $15 ain't gonna cut it. $15 is not enough. We live in Los Angeles. $15 an hour when we're paying 17, 18, 19, even $2,000 a month in rent. That's not enough. That's not gonna cut it. So you get to negotiate for a higher wage. Maybe you get, you know, $3 more, $4 more, whatever the case may be for whatever your certain position is. Obviously, that's the base pay, so people's pay is going to be different depending on what kind of position they have, right? Maybe another thing would be, hey, let's negotiate on different breaks. You know, maybe the standard is a 15-minute break, 30-minute lunch, right? And you get if you're working, let's say 8 hours or 10 hours, whatever, you get 2 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch, right? So it may be a thing where it's like, okay, well, maybe you get a 20-minute break. So 2 20-minute breaks. So you add on an extra 5 here, and then you have your 30-minute lunch. Or maybe we have a little bit more for the break, a little bit more for the break. So it's all so that we can help the employees so that you can still make your money. You're going to still make your money at the end of the day, right? Still going to make your money. But we're going to make it so that employees' lives are better while still having to work for you. That's really what this is. This isn't like a, let's nudge the man, let's get him. This isn't what that is. This is all, let's have better working conditions for the people who are helping to make you the thousands, the millions, the billions of dollars for whatever the business is. This isn't something that's just only for Amazon. Only Amazon needs a union. There are other places, other companies that also need them as well. And certain ones that also need to tweak how their unionization is. But we're going to get back into it. As I said here, it says better benefits, more likely to have employer provided pensions and health insurance. So Amazon they have health insurance, like a day one kind of thing, where you get like your medical, vision, dental, that kind of stuff. And I know that I read in the news they even expanded it to like not just the top tier people or whatever, but just like anyone else, so if you are making $15, you can't get that. But hey, they may make it so that, okay, we get the benefits. Maybe that's not something we need to worry about as much. So, and I'm just saying, this is just, I'm not a part of the union. I'm not in Staten Island, so I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I'm just saying, this is what they are probably thinking of. Hey, maybe our medical's fine, or hey, maybe we could add a little bit of something here. Maybe we could try to negotiate for a little bit more of whatever it is for the medical part or the benefits. Maybe we have more, maybe we have a pension for you guys. Because I don't believe Amazon has a pension. If they do, you probably got to be one of those top tier people. So it's like, okay, maybe we could have a pension for us. Let's, how much would that be? Let's figure this out. So it's all in helping the employee so that we can help you make money, right? Workplace, safe working conditions that prevent death, illness, and injury. So with Smalls, they were saying that, oh, you got fired because you weren't following the proper protocols because of the pandemic, right? So what I have been hearing, this goes for different places. They're like, oh, well, wear your mask. Oh, we're not going to provide you with one. So if you ain't got one, I guess you just ain't got to really wear one. There's not sanitization places and warehouses, at least when I was at there. At least, when I was there was no sanitization places or anything like that. You have people who, even clean the bathrooms, proper gear, gloves, whatever. You're not providing this to people. You have certain places that do it, but not all of them that do it, and that's the problem. Okay, because you have certain places that will be like, okay, well, we'll provide you with some gloves or masks, but then you have other places like, you'll be lucky if we give you hand sanitizer. And I heard that some of these places are running out, like during the peak of the pandemic. We're still in it, but you know how people are acting now. So during the peak of it, when it was really, really bad, nothing on the shelves, and everything was inflated, there were a lot of people that, they were like, yo, we're running out of this stuff. We need masks. We're running out of masks. We need sanitizer. We're running out of sanitizer. So this will prevent that from happening. And it also says voice on the job. Better workplaces and working conditions without the fear of retaliation. So that's what that is. My voice matters. My voice means something. My opinion means something, because this is my job. You have jobs that are like, well, what do you think about this? Well, I think this. And then they're just like, okay, yeah, we don't, that was nice. We really don't care though. So, yeah, and then it's just like, well, why even speak up? If I voice my concerns, nothing's being heard. So this will give you a voice. This will help it so that you can negotiate different wages. This will help it so that, your benefits, you can negotiate different benefits if you don't have one, right? So this is the problem that we're having. People, they look at it and they're like, oh yeah, they got a union, man, but now I got to pay them union dues, and it's like, okay, you're paying so that you could possibly get something more. And even with some, I believe with the post office, if I'm not mistaken, I think by default you were in the union, but you don't get all the other benefits, but by default you were in there, and you don't have to pay. So there's just certain things that people just aren't 100% understanding. They're not 100% getting in regards to the unions, how they work, what's the benefit, do I really need one? Think about it. If a multi-billion-dollar or million-dollar, whatever company you're working for, I don't care, it doesn't even have to be Amazon. If they're fighting tooth and nail to make sure that whatever you're trying to do, in this case unionize, if they're fighting tooth and nail to make sure that what you're trying to do is not successful, you have to think, really just sit down one day and think, why would they do that? Why would they not want me to unionize? Why are they stopping it? What's the reasoning behind it? And once those questions start going through your mind, get on the internet. Everyone has a phone, okay? Don't say you don't have one. Everyone has a phone. I'm pretty sure that's how you're watching this video. Get on your laptop, whatever, okay? And you need to seriously sit down, do some research. Why do they not want me to have XYZ? In this case, union. Why do they not want me to have a union? Why are they so adamant on preventing me from forming a union? Why do they not want this to happen? Why do they keep barring it? Why? What's the reasoning behind it? And once you really think about it, you're like, oh, okay. So you don't want us to have a higher wage. Because at the end of the day, even if I do have a higher wage, well, you still gonna make money. You still gonna make money. Oh, you just want to make as much money as possible, meanwhile screw over everyone else. Okay, so that's where we're at, right? You don't want me to have better benefits, a safer workplace, or even have a voice. Why am I even working for you? So that's what all of these questions should spark in your mind. Like, why would you not want me to have this? Why would you not want me to have this? You don't want me to have a higher wage. Meanwhile, you're making what? $3 million a year, $200,000 a year, $500,000, $700,000, $10 million a year, And I'm not talking about Jeff, so don't, my numbers, I'm just talking about anybody in general for whatever business it is that you're working for, right? You don't want me to have better benefits if you even have any kind of health benefits. There's some positions, some jobs that don't even give that to you. There's a lot really that don't even give that to you. So I shouldn't have that, but you should be able to afford that for yourself. That's interesting. So I have to work in a warehouse or wherever it is that you're working, possibly injure myself, and you don't have to do any of that. But you don't want me to be protected in the possibility that this happens? Okay. Your voice is the only one that can be heard. Oh, it's my business, so my stuff is the only thing that matters. Okay. Mine doesn't? Okay. Once you start thinking about it, getting these questions going through your mind, you're going to be like, oh, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see what you're doing. And it's going to have you really thinking in a certain kind of way. So they're more important than you. Really? No, you're not more important than me. So that's what this whole thing is sparking. And I'm very happy for it. I hope that it can. Because I remember it was one of the southern states that tried it, but Amazon really barred them from getting to where they needed to be. But yeah, I hope you guys even just do some more research on your own about the union, about smalls and everything that happened. But until then.